Rudis. I am the principal painter here at 1031 Studios. Today we have Amelia, who's our trusty little volunteer to become one of our bronze statues. 1031 is most known for being living statues, and one of our finishes is a metallic bronze. This happens to be one of our easiest makeup applications, in my opinion. The makeup that we use is really minimal. We get most of our stuff at party supply stores or Halloween costume stores. You can also get a lot of stuff online. We're using Maron makeup again. This is water-based and completely safe. And the base of this bronze finish is equal parts black and equal parts gold. And we're gonna use one of our makeup tiles again to mix the two makeups together before applying it to Amelia's face. We're using regular makeup sponges that you can get at any drugstore, and I'm just going to take and mix the equal parts gold and black together. And what's really great about this is it creates that sort of really dark metallic finish, which is what we want for a bronze statue. The first step in the makeup, we're gonna stay away from the eyes for filming's sake, but we're gonna put on very simple, very easy, a nice layer. And at home, as comfortable as you feel or the child feels in terms of proximity to the eyes, you can go with, but again, you want her or him to be comfortable. The next step is using a brown powder. This sets the makeup, the liquid makeup, as well as gives you a little bit more of a realistic bronze statue color. This is gonna go on again with a makeup sponge, and the way that we like to do it most is just to tap that square end in. And that square end, you're just going to keep reapplying more and more powder so that you're not pulling off that first layer, and you're setting and sort of toning. And it's not the whole face that you want to go over, it's kind of areas, because there's variation in metals, especially through oxidation and time and the elements outside. So to look as realistic as possible, we want some variation. You may feel comfortable getting a brown actual cosmetic makeup that you have at home to go closer to the eyes, so you're not using something that's not so difficult to control. You can use some eyeshadow closer up to the eyelid. So the next step is creating the sort of burnished areas. Typically with statues, they have these areas where people like to touch or they protrude, and they tend to get rubbed, and then they are highlighted. So with our technique, we usually use a gold powder that's really more of a professional type of material, but we're gonna use the same liquid gold that we used in the original application for the first step. And we're gonna take and choose the highlight to go on the nose area, a little bit on the cheekbones, any area that would naturally protrude. I also like to highlight the eyebrows a little bit because they tend to go away, and this gives you a nice little idea that they're still there. I also like to use the gold on the lips. It's actually a really pretty finish, and it makes sense that they would stand out a little bit. We're gonna wanna cover up the head because obviously the hair does not look hard like metal. So any kind of costume idea that you have, this is pretty open-ended. It's just a finish. It's a bronze metal finish. So any kind of brown clothing that you buy or have even, you could go to a secondhand store, or you can maybe dig out some stuff that you're not gonna be wearing anymore because you'll be growing out of it any minute. And you can get some gold fabric paint. Simple brown fabric and gold fabric paint will give you the same illusion of a burnished metal. You just hit certain areas, and she's ready to go. Simple, simple, easy. This is how you make a bronze living statue. A couple of steps and a little bit of embellishment on some old brown clothes, and you have a beautiful bronze statue by 1031 Productions.